Today we're going to be walking Hickey Group video. We'll check out the new episode of Wiggle High. Hi, and me, I get a tricky Billy. Because I walk in. I is tricky Billy. And basically. Also, what might you? Okay, talk about I get my hand in back. Wait, hi, go. Hi. So that's the intro. Call Jackie, they were all guy the hug again. They were all guy be the go to K, and then whole guy died again. Oh, and then my circle became you, okay. That's a piggy. I'm back again. Right, hi, I have a. Oh my god, we talk about okay. You know what? I think I got lower, but how go and who got lower and door. Okay, get the me yeah. Yeah. I got the mic a quickie a guy try. So that's what it. Uh, I look like it might not be my logo. It might not, because I might get a trigger guy. I want the episode. It's still gonna create how the episode because I took it. Okay. Basically, they like the make how they go hold the cocker, and that it's still can hack it. I get like a trigger bigger that I can not because they don't or that like the I. Ik had ook I don't think ik tegen de dag voor. I can be like I am be the walkie. I can like the dog walk go pay. Yeah, I do. Right. Right.
anyway, so Iris is like, oh, you came into contact with evil snowmen, so now you are infected with dark sparkle glow. She basically gets the other shimmers, Whitney, Leilani, and Misty. She kind of convinces them to kind of like back away from the new shimmers, from the new girls, and she kind of Iris does a good job of like turning the group against the new group. So they go back to Rainbow World headquarters, as they call it, and there they see that the moonbow crystal that was protecting Rainbow World is now infected with like what seems to be dark shimmer glow, sparkle glow, shimmer. I girl, does it matter? Does it matter? It's the same thing, but basically. Skylar sees this and she, steps up to the task. She's like, "I will fix this," like that cartoon Bob the Meister, Bob the Builder, Bob the Builder. It's like that cartoon Bob the Meister. Bob the Builder, Bob the Builder. Remember that cartoon? Oh my god, I'm so old. Anyway, so she tries to fix it. Can we fix it? And she cannot fix it. So apparently she broke the crystal, and then Iris is like, "Oh, she's evil. She broke the crystal." Whitney's like super sad because obviously Whitney's the original creator of the Moonbow crystals, and so now they're all even more suspicious of the new girls, and they all think that they are evil. But if you watch the episode, you will kind of notice that facial
Yeah, I will
expressions
go.
that Iris
So I think
gives, and if
so
you know anything about storytelling and plots and character, plot
I
twist, like
I
evil villain twist, you can kind of see it coming that, oh, Iris seems to be a plot twist villain here. She seems to be the one who is, pulling the strings, the strings in the background, and kind of like orchestrating making the new girls look bad. So after Skylar's fail of fixing the Moonbow crystal, they all agreed that they should remove the rings and give them back to the original Shimmers, and so they do so. And then the new girls go back to Rainbow High through a portal that Iris, opened up. But as they're leaving, you can hear someone say, "This is not Rainbow High." And then Iris, oh my god, the look on her face. Iris is like she has a fake mustache, and she's like,
I
Iris, oh my god, the look on her face. Iris is like she has a fake mustache, and she's like twirling it, like she's like, I'm so evil, It's like you can just see like she's the evil one, and so and the other girls don't quite hear one of the girls is saying, "This is not Rainbow High," and so they don't really know yet, that she's up to no
actually
good.
I
But
did.
basically, Iris is like, "Oh yeah, no, there was nothing,"
The
and then they kind of move on, and then they go back to the
what could
original
that
place where they're gonna fix the
that
desolation. Iris gets her new outfit in this scene,
right?
in the montage of her, like the little music video. Of course, they always have a little song in these episodes. And then at the very end, they start to fix the desolation. So that was basically episode 14. Very interesting. I had to cover it because I'm covering the Rainbow High series, obviously, but also because again, this whole plot twist with Iris, I did not see it coming. I do have to say it definitely surprised me. So, but what do you think? Is
Why
she really evil,
why
or perhaps
why
does she have an even more ulterior motive or
why
hidden agenda that maybe she's pretending to be evil, or maybe she really just is evil? I don't know. And by the way, Dawn, no, nowhere to be seen. It's so funny. And I also noticed that it's interesting how Iris originally in her
that
first outfit,
it is
she has
hey
legs. The other
I
girls
could
are
cry I
equipped with
could
the lava lamp legs.
guy
Why
try
is that the case? Wouldn't you think that Iris would also have like lava lamp legs if they're all part of the same group of original shimmers? Like, right? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, again, the writers do not care. But what do you think of this perhaps plot twist that Iris seems to be orchestrating this, this scheme, and she seems to be the evil one. And then yes, we also had a
okay
first.
guys now I am going to begin I am going to talk about the new episode of hi guys that I don't want to know you guys are you don't guy okay yeah so yeah yo in the episode Vicky I'm going to talk a little character episode so guys I'm going to go how John could be the big guy
get to work.
Okay, so basically, yeah, that's how I like it. I took a baguette. So, yeah, we go high basically. You have now, I don't. I could call the four guy. I do it. Okay, with the dog. Okay, I can say I big. I make me. Well, he go jock. Go. I back. The sock. The like extra guy. Me. I do like well. Go. He is a baby. All that. Did I? Make it all go. It kind of way you. Ik ga like all had a longer day the news like all longer like I job and I had no like news job job like all like a good like I didn't know. And we do see how like the extra guy to I but make you know like make the like I did go I the job for gog eggy druk like a six car I jock go who like the way I kidnap I was I like got along a day guy I made the bit I yeah they go get I take a jaw guy good guy I made like a kick oh god they go go I good go got I can make them get các cái cô go hai個佢學鬼嘅我哋嘅識佢要佢嚟解台解yeah they either go or just because I go解台 so I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you write down in the comment what you think I got to high. Do you think you were on high? Do you think I took a bigger guy? Bye.